Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Dina and today is January 31st. I uploaded my video today because I'm going to be out of town for the next couple of days and I didn't want to miss being able to put one out at the end of the month. But I hadn't finished stitching for the day. So I do want to give you an update today, even though this will be seen in February. It's actually a little bit of a bonus stitch that I've done in February. So I've been working on Halloween tricks. I've been trying to get most of the stitching finished so I can go back up here. I've done the back stitching till about the middle of the piece. I've stopped about right here, thereabouts. But I decided to go ahead and get all the stitching done and then go back and finish the back stitching on the bottom half because there's so much of it. I'm just putting it off, I think. Anyway, I had kind of hoped that I would be able to push this one along to finish the stitching and just have the back stitching left for next month. But I'm ready to move on to the next one. As I mentioned in my last video, after about 3 days, I'm ready to change, and this is the third day now. And rather than pushing on it to try to finish it the beginning of the month, I know I'm using this for a Halloween sale. So I'm just gonna wait and work on it some more in February. I'll get to pull it out again for that Halloween sale. So let me show you what I've gotten done on this rotation. Here's the Halloween tricks. And when you last saw it, I had mentioned that I needed to either come over here under where the little boy's arm, I think I started about right in here somewhere. I got all of him finished. He's done. Shoes and all. He's finished other than back stitching. And then I came over here and I picked up where I left off with this, his cover, and I came down with that. So now what I have left to stitch is the bottom half of his sheet that he's hiding under and his two shoes, and then I can back stitch. So I am hoping, depending on what else I have in the month of February, that I might actually finish this in February or March because there's a lot of back stitching. So I may get to finish the stitching in February and I may finally wind up doing the back stitching in March. But this piece is getting closer and closer to a finish. So I'm pretty happy about that. I just wanted to share it with you before I put it away. It'll come back out in February at some point for the Halloween sale. But I just wanted you to catch up with where it was. And now I'm gonna take a breather. I'm gonna get packed for my trip. I'm just gonna go off for a couple of days. And I'll be back, and as soon as I'm back, I'll be stitching again, and I'll have an update for you at that time. So in the meantime, happy stitching. Bye. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dina, and today I have my first update of February for you. I participated in the Now I Know My ABCs sale, and I did that with one of my projects that's also one of my Stitch 9 challenge. So this will be, I believe, my third finish of my Stitch 9. So this is Little House Needleworks. It is the Little Sheep Virtues number 9, entitled Friendship. And as you know, I'm stitching all 12 of these on an afghan. So here's the block for Friendship. I just think that's precious. 1 + 1 is 2. So cute. I used all the call for colors except for one place in the border. I decided, instead of using the ecru that's the color of my Afghan, that I would use the violet, the real pretty purple that was highlighted in this square. So I did that instead, but all the other colors are the same. I just wanted to put a little touch of that purple there. So now the only thing left to do on this Afghan is the bottom row. So you see I start at the top. There's 1, 2, 3 at the top. And then we go down. We have 2 there. And then as we go down to the next row, we have 2 there. And now we're down to this row. We've gotten those 2 done. So now all I have to do is the bottom row. There were 3 in the bottom row. So at the latest, that would be March, April, May. So by May, this should be finished, which I think is great. That would certainly qualify for the stitch 9 to be done by then. So thank you for letting me share that with you. And I'm excited about how my stitch 9 is going and that things are moving along so well. And I'm excited to have my first finish in February, by the 2nd of February. So that was a real good accomplishment. I will tell you, I went on a retreat this weekend with some ladies from my church, and we heard a speaker over the weekend, had a wonderful time of fellowship and fun. When I got back, I finished this up this evening. And tomorrow I'll be looking at my February planner and determining what all else I'll be doing for my sales and go forward. But I took my crochet with me this weekend. And I was going to work a little bit on it, and I picked up from where I left off and went all the way to the end of the row, only to find out that I had actually turned it on itself and had gone back to the end where I had started. So I had this beginning of a new row, and about halfway through where I had stopped, when I picked it up again, instead of finishing that row, I had actually turned around and gone all the way to the wrong end with my double crochet. And so I had to rip out all the stitches that I had put in over the weekend. So I don't have a whole lot of progress on that. This is not going well. I'm not going to give up on it. I'm going to keep going. But I just thought I would let you know. I really don't have it much to show you because I can't seem to make any forward progress on it. I'm hoping that gets better. You guys keep your fingers crossed for me. I will talk to you soon. I can't wait to have another update to share with you. And in the meantime, I'll be watching your videos. Happy stitching, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Dina, and today is Sunday, February the 3rd. Well, I did get to go off this weekend to a ladies' conference, and I got back yesterday afternoon and got home and visited with my son a little bit over dinner, but wound up getting started on a cross-stitch piece for the series Sal. And I decided to do March from the Hands-On Design Year of Celebrations. March is the little shamrock with the leprechaun outfit. So cute. And here's my finish. I got that done. I did make one change in the pattern. It's a dark green and a bright green here, and then the snowball in the middle. I decided to make mine a little more dramatic, and I put the black in next to that dark green and orange. I just felt like it popped a little bit more, and there was so much green on this piece that I just wanted to change it up a tiny, tiny bit. So there it is, March. That's ready to go on my little mat board and be fully finished, so it'll in time for next month on my little display that I have in my living room. So very happy about that. That's my second small finish for February. I finished the Little Sheep Virtue already this month, so for the ABC sale. So things are marching along quite well. I'm very excited about that. Tomorrow is a unique day. Tomorrow I go to meet with the Naughty Knitters at my church. They meet for a couple of hours tomorrow. They meet the first and third Monday of the month. Starting in February, they take a break over the holidays, but they didn't get back together until this Monday, tomorrow. So I have my crochet bag ready. I took my Evertote bag that I had ordered as a project bag and I'm using it as my crochet bag because it has the flat bottom. So it's wide enough to hold my yarn. And I will go in style with my Evertote bag. So thank you, Carolyn, for that. Anyway, I am looking forward to it, and I'm also a little nervous because they'll be looking at my work to see if I'm learning correctly, and I am pleased with it. I think I am making a little progress. So what I thought I would do is I'll wait until tomorrow. I'll let my critique come in on how I'm doing, and I'll get a little more progress, maybe a row or two at the meetup tomorrow. And then tomorrow afternoon when I get home, I'll share whatever I've got with you, good, bad, or ugly. Whatever the feedback is, I will tell you. And I'll let you see how I'm learning that new craft. So I hope whatever you're stitching, you're getting joy from it. And I will let you get back to it. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Bye. Happy stitching. Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Dina and today is Tuesday, February the 5th. And today I had a new start. This was my February start for the year. You know, I planned on 12 new starts this year, one each month. And so because I had an opportunity to stitch in a couple of sales today, both of which were related to February, I decided that it was the perfect time to start my February piece. This is a Glendon Place pattern called Simply Love. You'll remember it if you've watched some of my previous videos because I purchased this at a retreat about a year ago in November, and then my husband kitted it up for me for Christmas because it's done in variegated silks. These colors are absolutely beautiful. I'll show you a few of them. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? There's more there. So, I got started on it. And I think I did a pretty good start. I'll share with you my progress. This is where I got to. Now, let's talk about this. Because this is a symmetrical piece, it's very important that you get your variegation to be balanced in a logical way. For me it is, anyway, because this is a flower bud, and I wanted it to look the same on both sides. And the pattern actually has a pointer on it for you that says if you want all your flowers to look the same on each side and even favor each other, start them at the deepest part of the blue of this variegated floss. This is all one floss. It's beautiful. It's a Dinky Dyes silk. It's called Desert Dusk. And this is what it looks like. Isn't that beautiful? So you'll notice there's a blue in there. So you have to fussy cut it just a little bit to make sure that you're gonna start at that darkest shade of blue when you start your flower. And here's the other piece of that. You start on one side and work your way down, and then as that floss is variegated into the pink, you have to work your way back up, only doing half of the design because you want to mirror it exactly on the other side. So then I had to take my floss out of my needle, go back and pull 2 more strands out of where I had cut it the first time so that I started at exactly the same place and met up in the middle. I had to do that here and here. This is not as variegated. It wasn't as bad. And so I could just stitch it. I didn't have to worry about matching it perfectly. So I think once I get the big piece in the center to look very symmetrical, I'm not going to worry about it quite as much because the variegation is just going to be beautiful no matter where it is. But in the middle and on the flowers, as I have flower buds in other places on the pattern, I will probably do that again because there are 2 more of those flowers, one here and one here, and I want to make sure that they look the same as on each side. They don't have to match each other, but I want them to look the same on each side of the same flower. And then the rest of it I'm not going to worry about. I'm just going to let the variegation happen. So this was a little bit of the fussy part of it. So I've gotten past part of that, and then I decided, because it was requiring so much concentration, that I would let that be it for the day, and I'm just going to spend the one day on it. I had in my rotation plans on my planner that I was going to work on it today and tomorrow, but I think I've had enough for the beginning, and I got it started because I want to work on finishing some things to get them out of my whip pile in the month of February, and in order to do that, I can recapture some time today and tomorrow to work on a couple of those. So I'll just be doing some more stitching on a different project the rest of the day. So I wanted to take a minute before I put this away and share it with you and show you my new start. That is my February start for 2019. Thanks for letting me share it with you, and I hope you're having a great day of stitching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Dina, and today is Saturday, February the 9th, and I'm here to give you an update on how my stitching meetup went, and also to give you an update on what I've been stitching on today. So today I had 3 lovely ladies come to visit with me. Donna from a new channel name for her, which is Frogging with Donna. I'll be watching for her newest video that she'll be putting out soon. And Organic Granny, Lori, was here with her invisible friend Gay, as we tease her, because she doesn't really like to be on camera. We had a fabulous time stitching today, and I'm sure the ladies would have been fine with me filming, but it was really just a day for us to be together and stitch and talk and visit. And I just didn't want to, then have to stop and everybody set up for the camera and all of that. It was just a nice, friendly time. And so forgive me for not grabbing a video, but I'm hoping that both Donna and Lori may comment on what they were working on while they were here. And you'll get to see their beautiful, beautiful projects. I believe that Gay actually had a finish while she was here. So she has to decide, she's working on a fox, and she has to decide if she's going to stitch the interior part of his ears or not. The pattern leaves it open with just fabric. Gay's not sure she likes that. So depending on what she decides, she either had a finish today, or once she gets those ears stitched, she'll have a finish. So today I decided that I wanted to stitch on something that I felt would go well. Easy to stitch while I was talking, and so I didn't want to be working on a really complex piece where I have to count really seriously and tweed threads and everything like that. So I picked up a piece today that was a gift piece that I want to stitch for my sister Stephanie. So Stephanie, that means that you have to turn the volume down and you have to not watch this next section and look away and just where you can barely hear it. And then I'll let you know when you can look back. But because I don't know the number to tell you to go to. So anyway, if you'll look away, I'll try not to say anything that would tell you what's going on. I'm making my sister a birthday present, and this is going to be part of the birthday present. So this is the piece that I was working on today, and it is a Lizzie Kate, and this is the name of it here. And I love this shape that they finished it in, and I may do the very same thing. I can tell you more after my sister's birthday. But here is the piece that I worked on today. Now, as it turned out, I did not have any of the call for threads. So I pulled from my overdyed threads colors that I thought would look close. And I think I did pretty well matching those up. So anyway, that's my version of it. And so what I will do, I will put in the comments below what colors I've substituted for what, just in case you're interested, or you can send me a message and ask. But if, you know, all I did was try to get the closest thing I had to that. So I will keep that for my record, so if you ever wanted it, I'll have it for you. So that's what I did today. I'm thrilled with the progress, and I can't wait to show it to you fully finished. And I'll hopefully can do that after my sister receives it in April. So that is my report for today. I'm gonna be closing up shop here in a minute for the day, and I will hopefully pick up a new whip tomorrow, and maybe in a day or two have another update for you. So in the meantime, happy stitching, everyone. Bye. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dina, and I have an update for you today. I have been working on one of my whips to meet the Christmas all year long sale, and the one I chose to work on this time was my Glendon Place Flowers of the Holy Night. All these poinsettias. This is on white linen, and it is stitched completely with silks. I love the feel of the silks. Not so much stitching with them. For some reason, they tend to twist up on themselves. So you have to use shorter lengths, which I don't like, because then I have to keep, you know, filling my needle all the time. So I find that I have to use my laying tool quite a bit. Pardon my closeness here, I was reaching to get it. So this is my laying tool. And I wind up having to hold my floss a bit of a distance from my fabric until it actually gets pulled through. So it kind of slows me down just a little bit. But thank goodness I have it on my roller frame. So I am doing two-handed stitching. So that makes it a little bit easier to have to use the laying tool. But I'm very pleased to show you my progress. Last time, I'm not sure I have a picture, so I'll show you. Last time I had completed these 3 flowers and the top half right here. I think this green one I had not done, but these 4 and these green leaves and this one I had done. And my plan was to pick up and do this side or this side and once I get both of those done, then I can work my way down. Well, I'm very pleased. I got an entire flower done. So I did this entire piece right here, all these 4 greens in the corner, and all of the 8 leaves here. So I am delighted with this rotation. I feel like it went very, very well. So next time, I hope to mirror that progress on this side and see if I can't get that done, because the halfway point is about right here. And then what I would have to do is mirror these 3 down here and my square, my leaves around the border. So I'm hopeful that I might finish this year. That would be great, wouldn't it? To have finished Quaker Christmas 2 last Christmas, and then to finish this one this Christmas. That would be fun. That would be really, really nice. I would like that very much. So that's the end of that rotation, and I will be taking a picture of that tonight and putting it out on that SAL so that I can make a record of that. And then I will be picking out something else to work on in the next couple of days. On the 14th, I will pick back up my new start for February, which is Simply Love, which is another Glendon place, and it's also in silk. And I will work more on it again on the 14th. So that could very well be the next one you see, unless I can squeeze something in the between. I hope you're enjoying your stitching. I hope you're loving what you're working on. And I hope you're getting a lot of time to stitch. Happy stitching, everyone. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Dina. Today is Tuesday, February the 12th. And I have pulled out a whip to get a little progress on this one for this month, because I didn't work on it at all last month, I don't think. Anyway, you'll recognize Nantucket Rose, and that's the piece I've been working on the last day and a half. And I am really tickled to have gotten this much done in the little bit of time that I have given this whip this month. I'll give it a lot more attention next month, I believe, but this month I'm trying just to touch a lot of things, but to concentrate on a few things. So here is Nantucket Rose. I think she's lovely, and the colors are beautiful. I'll show you what I worked on this time. I started on her skirt, and I got quite a few of the colors in her skirt. And the only part left now is all the same color. It's the lightest color in here. And it runs all the way over under the house, as you can see, where the road is. So to prepare for that, I had to go back across over here to the road that wasn't finished. And I finished all the confetti in the road. And then I came over here into the bush part, the bushes, hedges and stuff, and I just carried that color, finished that color all the way across. So I've almost gotten it all the way from here, all the way across to here now. So that's what I will be working on, is evening it up so that I can then just start working my way down. But I'm very pleased. I got part of her skirt done, the road finished, and a little bit of the greenery under the house finished. So I did some heavy confetti, and then I did some bigger blocks of color in the skirt. It was a nice variety, and I think it was a pretty good amount to get done for about a day and a half. So at least she got a little love this month, and I won't feel like I've neglected her. I am about to pick back up my new start for February. called Simply Love by Glendon Place. And I will start working on it either today or tomorrow because I want to be working on it on the 14th for a sale, for a Valentine's Day sale. So that means if I don't pick her up today, what I will pick up is my crochet. I haven't crocheted in about a week now, and I had hoped that I was going to be able to make my crochet a scarf, a little baby scarf with a hat. And when our president of our Naughty Knitters met with the people from our local DFACS office, they said they really didn't need scarves as much as they needed blankets. So it's back to being a blanket. So now I have to put more stitches in it. I thought I was through with it. I thought I could just do the hat and I'd be done. Got to make it a blanket. So I'll be back to stitching on that. And I really would like to get to the end of my skein before I go back to my next Naughty Knitters meeting, which will be next Monday. Then I can have someone show me how to connect the two together, how to put a new skein in on my blanket. Oh well, a skull. Anyway, and once I finish this skein, I will show you what I have on my blanket. I think by then I'll have enough that you can see it. But I may be doing a little crochet today. Tonight, our ladies from our Sunday school group at church are meeting for dinner. It's called Ladies' Night Out. And we are going to be the guest of one of our members and go to the country club here in town. I've never been there. And I'm looking forward to that. A new place that I haven't been before, and to get to see everybody again. We don't get a lot of time to talk on Sunday mornings because everybody's coming in and getting something to eat, and we chat just a few minutes before we get started, and then my husband and I leave early to go to choir to get ready to sing during church. So I don't get to talk to them very much. So I really look forward to these social opportunities where I get to just sit and visit. I will talk to you soon. I hope to have another whip to share with you in a couple of days. And in the meantime, happy stitching. Bye. Hello, happy Valentine's Day. How are you? Today is, of course, February 14th, and my name is Dina, and I just wanted to thank you for coming back to watch my video again. I have received lovely Valentine cards and gifts from my sister and my husband. I got me this whole book here, says you are just my type. So cute. I got to read all of that this morning, and then this evening we're going to dinner and with another couple that I think will be lovely fun for us this evening. So I hope you're having a happy Valentine's Day, and just wanted to be able to wish you that as well. At the end of this segment, you will see the random number generator drawing for this. I do have it recorded. I just did it, and so I'll put it at the end of the video. So for my last segment before I stop filming these for the month, for this episode, and go ahead and put it up, I wanted to show just a couple of things. One is a bag that I ordered from a sweet lady here in Georgia who's a friend of mine. She was one of my round robin partners, and I got to meet her through that, and then I saw her at some stitching get-togethers, and I've been watching her videos even before I met her. And you may recognize Victoria from Victoria's Crafty Room. I think her YouTube is Victoria's Creative Crafts. But this is her information here if you want to pause it and write that down, and I'll try to put that in my drop down box as well. But Victoria makes bags, and she has come up with an idea that I just love. And when I saw one of her bags made like this on her channel, I emailed her immediately and said, "What do you have in pink?" I had seen one she was working on in pink, and it already had her initials on it. And so I wanted one in pink for me. And this is the bag that she made me with my monogram on it. And she takes floss and makes a tassel for you for your pull, for your zipper pull, to match your bag. Now, she does make a lot of the bags with the vinyl front, but in this case, I wanted the monogram, and I think it's beautiful. I love a monogram. I actually have a monogram decal in my window in my car. I just enjoy it. I think it's classy and beautiful, and I love it. And so I got this bag. She has a one price that covers shipping and everything in the U.S. I don't know about international, but I will put her information down below so you can go look at her channel, or go visit her Etsy shop. I just think it's lovely. I can't wait to put one of my new starts in here for this year, but that's what it will be for. Now, the next thing I wanted to share with you is a whip, but it's not cross stitch. I've been talking to you guys about the fact that I was learning to crochet, and I promised that when I got to the end of the skein, I would show you my progress. So those of you who know how to crochet well, it's sort of like we say, don't judge the backs of our cross stitch. Please don't be too harsh on me for this. This is my first crochet ever. But I am trying to put together a baby blanket. And I picked a beautiful speckled baby yarn, and in the weight that I was instructed to. And I went and bought a packet of crochet needles, and I picked about the middle size, and I started this blanket, and I love it. I love the look of it. It takes a long time. I know cross stitch takes a long time, but this takes a long time for me because I'm slow at it. But here's my blanket. This is how much width I have to it as far as the height of it, I guess would be a better term. I have the whole length of how wide it's going to be. You know, this is 36 inches. I understand that's about the right size for a baby blanket. I can't get it all on the screen at one time, can I? There you go. Anyway, there it is. I want to show you this up close, though. The fabric is, or the yarn is very, very pretty. You'll notice that it's a white yarn, and it's got pretty little flecks of pink and blue and yellow and green, just about any color that you would find in a baby wardrobe. And I'm doing very simple crochet stitches in here, and I don't know, I've probably dropped stitches and split stitches and everything else you guys talk about in here, but I'm just trying to practice and trying to get better at it and trying to get a little quicker at it as I go. And I'm now at the end of the skein. This is what I have left. It's not enough to finish the row. So when we meet up, when the Naughty Knitters meet this coming Monday, I will be able to go in and have them show me how you connect one skein to the next. I don't know if you just tie it together and go, but anyway, there's the baby blanket. So that's a whip. Maybe the only time you see it before I finish it, I don't know. I only have one more skein of this. I went back to get more and they were out. So I may have to put a white border on either side to make it big enough, you know, on both sides of it. But I just wanted to share that with you because I had promised I would. And I like to do as much as I can what I commit to. So I want to thank you for coming back and watching my videos. And I want to thank a couple of people who have just said some very sweet and kind comments. these are new viewers, and I haven't gotten your permission, so I'm not going to say your name here, but you'll know who you are. One individual has watched all of my videos and commented as she went through them, and I feel like I've gotten to know her a little bit. And then today I had a comment from a lady who had just found my channel and is starting to work through all of the videos. And she had about 4 or 5 questions for me right off the bat. And it was great fun to be able to answer her questions and talk back with her and say, oh, there's a video coming on that, you know, keep looking, go forward. It was a lot of fun, and it is very rewarding, I think, to those of us who do videos, when someone finds your channel and they connect with you in some way, or they like what you do, and for them to let you know that they're sitting and stitching and watching you and enjoying their day, watching you, that is just warms my heart. I watch FlossTube video almost every day while I stitch, and almost the whole time I stitch. So until I run out of videos, then I start looking at who's new, you know, who else can I watch? I enjoy so much seeing what you guys work on, and I get ideas from you. And today I was at a meeting with a group of ladies, and one of them is a cross stitcher, and she had a question for me after the meeting. And she's getting back into cross stitching after many years and after some health issues. And so she had to wait for her vision to get clear enough for her to be able to see the fabric and to be able to continue working in cross stitch. So today she had a question that she wanted to talk to me about, and she has a goal to stitch 5 gifts that are the same. They're graduation presents for her nieces or granddaughters. Nieces, I think. Anyway, she's got different patterns for each of them, but they're all about the same size. And one is a little bit bigger than the others, but she's trying to figure out a way to stitch these 5 gifts and be able to frame them herself and not have to have them professionally framed. And one of the things I was able to share with her was something I learned on FlossTube, and that was that you can adjust a pattern to fit a particular frame size, you know, by either adjusting your fabric count, or as Lynette does from Homesteading on the Home Front, take something out of it, you know, change it up a little bit, rearrange it to where it'll fit in the size that you want to frame it. This lady's eyes just lit up. It was really an answer to her question. You know, she's such, I never would have thought of that. And of course I can do that. So we learn from each other, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank those of you who spend your time watching me. But I also wanted to thank all of you who spend your time making videos, because I benefit from it on a regular basis. I get inspired, I learn new things, I feel like I get to know you a little bit. I've made friends. I've actually personally met people through FlossTube, and then meet them in person, and then we stitch together, and we've made friends, and I love that. It's really, it really is a community, and I appreciate all of you who are part of it. So that's my Valentine's today, is to tell you how much I appreciate you and how much I am grateful for you in my life. Happy stitching, everyone. Hello, everyone. I am ready to pick the winner of the Raggedy Ann pattern, the Old Raggedy Ann by Waxing Moon Designs. From those of you who indicated that you were interested in winning the pattern. There were 22 people interested, so on my random number generator here, I will put in 22, and then we will press generate, and it says number 13. All right, here's my list. Number 13 is Gina Strickland. Gina, I will place a comment on your comment, but as soon as you find that, or as soon as you see this, please use my email that's in the Dropbox at the bottom of this video and email me your mailing address so I can send you this pattern. Congratulations, Gina.